This is really cool. We're in Taylor's Mill, South Carolina. We're at a historic textiles mill. Hey, it's Andrew, Park Rovers, and it is time to check out the model train station here in Taylor's, South Carolina. Let's go. This way, we gotta go this way. I'm on my way from Greenville to Carowinds, and I figured I'd make a pit stop here. This looks really cool, award-winning. 16,000 square feet of the best model trains in the Southeast. Awesome. How much are tickets? Okay, tickets run $10 for adults. Seniors are 8, military 8, children 6, children under 2 are free. Cool. Looks like we just got to go up these steps. Here are the current hours, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. It's not every day you're inside an old factory building. I love the railroad crossing sign, foreshadowing what we're about to see. And I can hear the trains right, oh, there's one going by right here. This is awesome. And right as you walk in, there's a ticket booth. And that's where you buy your tickets to the museum. This is also the gift shop, and there's a couple of different displays in here. And one thing I want to start off with are the scales. So you have different scale trains that we'll see in the museum, and the smallest is the T scale, very tiny. Then you have the Z scale, we're going larger, N scale, and you can see what the scales relate to. So the Z scale's 1 to 220, and the N scale is 1 to 160, and it just goes up from there. Here's the HO. And the O scale, the S scale, and the largest down here is the G scale. So the T scale is the smallest modeled scale available. This one has a challenge. Can you find the dog in the back of a truck? Took me a minute, but there it is. Dog in the back of a truck. And one thing I really like about these displays is they all have, or some of them have buttons, and you can actually control the train. So this is a completely interactive display here. Here's a Z scale, 220 to 1, and you can control the lower track and the upper track. Start with the lower track. Oh, there we go. And the upper track. There is so much to look at, and I'm still in the gift shop. Got trains overhead. A lot of vintage trains on the wall. And the gift shop has a bunch of trains and accessories for sale in here. One thing I want to point out is they actually have a birthday room. So if you want to celebrate a young train enthusiast's birthday, they can hook you up. Now it's time to go to the trains. I feel like we've already seen a lot of trains, but there's plenty more. A lot of bigger displays in this room. I was talking to one of the employees, and he let me know they have 14 different displays in total, and there is a lot to look at. They also have different scavenger hunts that you can complete for many of the displays, and you can return those up front near the register. The one we've been looking at is the Sanda display. It's O scale, so that means 1 to 48. Built by Joe Sanda from South Carolina. Many of these displays were donated or built by volunteers. So I'm going to go ahead and press some of these buttons to see what happens. The sign hanger. Oh, look at that. The sign hanger. Here I can press to change the train schedule. Whoa. I missed this one in the corner. Press and hold the button for the tower. Whoa. Controls the light on the tower. Press the button and watch for the railman. Whoa. Pops right out. That's awesome. Train horn. Ooh. You can operate the McDonald's drive-thru. Huh. See the car going around the McDonald's. And I can make the guys move around in the control tower. Here's the bar display donated by Mr. Barr. This depicts the city of Baltimore, Maryland. And the bar display is 1 to 87, 20 by 30 feet. Highlights include a drug bust. Traffic lights in the city are working. There's a Boy Scout camp in the mountain behind the marble quarry, including a bear attack. What? I found the drug bust. I think I see the Boy Scout camp. They better watch out for bears. Oh, the Georgia peach. Gaffney, South Carolina peach. Here's a seasonal display, O scale 1 to 48. These trains are moving. Built in 2012 as a 12 by 24 foot display, expanded in 2017 to the current size. The Thomas train runs on the west end. Let's go find that. Looks like you got some Christmas decor here. Here's the Thomas train doing laps. Making good time. Here's the Sanford display, 1 to 87, so that's HO scale. Displays 7 feet by 10 feet with DCC Digitrax controls. This display depicts a fictional town called Waynesville, and this took about 3 years to construct in Bob Sanford's dining room. Bob Sanford is a volunteer here at the model trains display. Here's the German display, G scale, 1 to 24. It's called the German display because the original display was constructed by a husband and wife that lived in Germany. MTS acquired the display and expanded it. They tripled the display area. This one has another one of the scavenger hunts. Well, I gotta press the button to run the cable car. Just press once. Here it comes. Coming down the mountain. Oh, going up the mountain too. This is cool. That's an awesome feature. See the wheel turning down there too. Press the button once to play music. You can run the helicopter. Oh boy. Time to run the saw. Oh, you can see it spinning back there. That's cool. Right in the back of the sawmill. Hear the thunder. Oh my goodness. And this button just plays various sounds. This poor guy took a tumble off the bench on his way to work. Here's something that's cool. You can look inside the train and see people. Here's the Sapphire Valley Railroad. This is N scale, 1 to 160. This features 15.2 scale miles of track. And this button turns on the lights on that yellow car. Activate a fire alarm, fire truck lights, and sirens. Oh boy. I caused an emergency in this poor town. This display is completely computer controlled. See the computer back there and the train layout. Oh, this one lights up the white car here, different lights. That train just stopped for the other train to go through the tunnel. On the display, you can see exactly where every train is. And just like roller coasters, they have block zones so that the trains don't collide. They know where every train is. Here's the umflet display. This is N scale, 1 to 160. This took about 3 years to build, and the fun thing I'm reading about is Edward Umflet decided it was more fun building it than running it. So he donated it to MTS here. Fun photo op in the corner, and here's the Stellar display. This is HO 1 to 87, built by Bill Stellar from Spartanburg, South Carolina. This was modeled after the designer's hometown of Welch, West Virginia. This one's cool because it has controls on the outside. So this display is really cool because it has controls, and you can control the speed of the trains with these knobs. Slow it right down. Look at that. Now I can speed it back up. I'm controlling this train coming to me. I'll slow it right down. Yeah. Speed it back up. Going right by this little carnival. I see a Thunderbolt right here. This is the Wisenet display, 1 to 64 S scale. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but built by Palmer Wisenet from Moore, South Carolina. Shows trains from the 50s. And this display is controlled by buttons on either side. These trains go pretty fast. Here's a Z scale train. This runs for 2 minutes after you press the button. Getting a little glare. I'll try to go down. Yeah, that looks good. This display took approximately 600 man-hours to build. I like the horn. And right by that smaller display, there's a kids' play area. Oh, this is actually cool. I didn't know this was over here. Got some skee ball. Hathaway. Nice. I don't know if I've seen one of those. Here's the Markland HO display depicting the Switzerland area. Controlled with a button. Runs for about 2 minutes. Awesome. Oh, there's another button too. Lower track. Now we're cooking. Got that train down below running. Got some Thomas themed beanbag toss, cornhole boards here in the play area. I was talking to one of the volunteers, Bob, for must have been at least an hour. He was telling me about the big expansion that they're completing. The first part's supposed to be complete by the end of this year, so December 2025. Here it is, right in the back. You can see a giant mountain. And this part on the right is the first phase. That should be complete by the end of this year. You can see the design here. Yeah, so this right section will be hopefully complete by the end of the year, and then they have this separate section that they're going to work on after. And I heard they're going to rotate the theme of that section, so that'll be awesome. Keep coming back and see different things. This display will feature some theming inspired by Greenville, and it's going to be completely computer controlled, just like the Sapphire Valley display. One thing I'm also going to have to come back for are the American Flyer trains. Not operational today, but I will see them someday. American Flyer trains were sold between 1905 and 1966. There's a binder here with a lot of history about these trains. There is still so much more to see, but I have to hit the road. So if you enjoyed this video at the model train station in Taylor, South Carolina, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Park Rovers, and we'll see you next time. I didn't even have time to look inside these display cases. There's so much here.